Now, before I bring in the panel, I want to show you a little bit more of someone I've been talking about this week, Canada's opposition leader and likely next Prime Minister, Pierre Poilievre, in action. Now, I've spoken a bit about him this week because I think he may be the most important rising conservative politician in the West right now, and because I think what he has to say and how he says it also will resonate with a lot of Australia. Here's Pierre Poilievre talking about people left behind in his country, Canada, how they did all the right things, these Canadians, and yet now the system, the promise of that nation, is working against them. Sound familiar? Have a look.
Met another guy at the Labrat Brewery a few days ago, and you can watch the video of me talking with him. He walked up to me and he said, "I have 3 jobs and I can't make it. We're renting. We have no hope. We've given up on ever owning a home. We're renting. We can barely make it." And he said to me, "I feel ashamed when I talk to my kids because they ask me why I'm never around and why we can never have a house. And I feel like a failure." But he didn't fail. He has been failed.
That's right.
He has been robbed of the promise of Canada. It was a very simple promise, that if you worked hard, you got a good life. Now, it wasn't fancy or extravagant, but you got a house with a yard where you could have kids playing safely. This promise didn't belong to this Prime Minister. It wasn't his promise to break. It belonged to all of us. And our purpose is to bring home that promise for that young man, that young father, and that older female worker, so that they can once again take back control of their lives, live in a safe country where their hard work earns them a good wage, where the rent and their food is affordable, and where when they go to bed at night, they know that they will be safe throughout their sleep and that they will have their car in their driveway in the morning. A country where people are proud again to fly the flag, where they know the government is a servant and not a master.
I also like this bit about where he talked about the real role of politicians to serve the common people, not their egos and mates.
We must remember that we are servants in this place. We have a job to do on behalf of the people who sent us here. Our personal dramas are not important. The dramas that should seize all of our concern and imagination are the daily dramas of the working women and men that build this country. We are in it for them. We're going to give them back control of their lives in the freest country on earth, Canada. Let's bring it home.
I'll tell you what, if I were Peter Dutton, I'd be paying close attention here. This is the sort of language he uses that cuts to the heart of the problem of so many nations, including Australia, which are suffering from decline dressed up as progress, and where normal people feel like playing by the rules isn't enough anymore. I hope Poilievre succeeds in Canada, and I hope we can also achieve many of the same things he's talking about in terms of a turnaround here in Australia.